So this is a two-day trip, 3 games. First game is Matlock Town versus FC United. Second game tomorrow morning is Exeter Women versus Sale Women Rugby Union, and then back to the football at night for Fulham versus Man United. This trip was definitely challenging straight from the start and all the way through. But to start with, I got to Wrexham Station to find out that the train was cancelled to Chester. I was lucky enough that I'd got a lift at the station, and so was able to get somebody to give me a lift to Chester, so I got away with that one. Otherwise it would have been an even more difficult trip than it ended up being. I did some video editing while I was on the train. So this is an interesting one to talk about eyesight wise. As you can see, as we're travelling by train, the trees are getting in front of the sun, and then it's going back through. Obviously it's going really fast, so every time that sun comes through between the trees, it's completely blinding me because it's really bright and low, but then it's going suddenly behind the trees, so I can see black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white, flash, 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 and that is all I can see. It really is disconcerting and a tad nauseating, to be honest with you. It's a really horrible experience because your eyes are completely gone and all you can see is just flashes, black, white, flash, 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 and it's really bad. And when you get that, there's not much you can do about it, especially on most trains that don't have blinds to pull down. That is really bad because you've got really big train windows, and that is, as I say, it's even a little bit nauseating just to have that constant flash, 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 and that is one of the worst parts of having aniridia. I got to Matlock and had loads of time, so I proper smashed doing the Vinted and eBay stuff and listened to Aston Villa Women versus Manchester City Women on the radio whilst watching Luton versus Millwall. Trouble started at Matlock when the game was delayed by 15 minutes, meaning I had to miss the last couple of minutes of the game to get my train to London. They continued here when I couldn't really charge my phone on the train. I did mention it to Great Western, and they seemed to accept they would do something about it, but as I don't get their trains very often, I'm not likely to see a result from it, but hopefully somebody will. half-time score here and not highlights of the first half. The reason for that is I didn't see the first half. The day got extremely bad. It all sort of kicked off when I got to Exeter. The storm that has been coming down the west of the UK there met me at Exeter, and I got absolutely drenched in the 10-minute walk to the ground. It was really bad. Anyway, got in the ground like a drowned rat, watched the game, and the weather was horrendous. It was blowing in, the rain, you weren't even dry underneath the cover. So it was awful conditions to watch, never mind playing. And in the second half, they actually had to bring the players off because of the thunder and lightning in the second half. So when they come off, I thought about leaving early and trying to get a taxi up to the main station in Exeter rather than the local station that's by the ground. Couldn't get a taxi. So I thought, right, well, I'll just have to stay and watch the end of the game, get the train and plan to get. The train and plan to get was quite a bit later after the game anyway. So I was okay to watch the end of the game, and they came back out, and I watched the end of the game, and I went and got the train that I was supposed to, and all went fine there. And apart from being soaking wet, I got to see the end of the game, so that was a positive. Anyway, went from there then to back into Exeter St David's, which is the main station in Exeter. The train come on time, fine, no problems. Got back into Exeter St David's, got on the train to London, thought perfect, great. Apart from being absolutely like a drowned rat, happy days. Anyway, on the train for about 20 minutes, and it come over the tunnel and says, oh, we've got to go via Bristol, there's been some delays, and we've got to pick some extra passengers up there, and there's one of the routes is closed, we're going to have to go a different route and all this. And I said, oh, I'm thinking, okay. She said it'll add about half an hour onto the journey, so I'm thinking, okay, I was due in at 5:30, now I'm going to be due in at 6 o'clock, still an hour before the game, that's fine. I can get across to Fulham from Paddington, no problem in that time. Anyway, get to Bristol, and they said, right, well, sitting in Bristol station for about 10 minutes, and they said, Tanner comes across again and said, well, we've got a driver now that can take us to London. So I think, great, so they cancel the train. So get off in Bristol. Bristol is absolute pandemonium. Trains cancelled all over the shop, delayed, what have you. So there's just thousands of people standing on Bristol Temple Station trying to get everywhere. I just missed a train via Bristol Parkway to London. If they'd have told us a couple of minutes earlier, I could have got on that and I'd have been into London 6:10, but they didn't tell us in time for that one. We ended up on another one which was delayed, which was stopping at quite a few stops. It was the only choice, no other choice. Got on that, and that was due to get in at 7:10. It was 10 minutes before kick-off. No way I'm going to get across London. It's a 25-minute taxi ride. So I knew I was going to miss kick-off at this stage, thinking probably going to miss 15-20 minutes. So I'm thinking to myself, that's not good, but what can I do? So carry on. Gets to Reading. Coming into Reading, they're saying this train's running so late now, we're gonna pull this train here, turn it around and turn it back. So you'll all have to get off and get on another train. I think, oh, you're joking. So there's 2 trains coming in now. Obviously that delays me even more. 2 trains coming in now, playing platform 10 and 11. Get on either of them, take it to London, get down onto 10 and 11. There's nothing on 10 yet, and the train on 11 is rammed. It's a big train and it's absolutely packed to the rafters, and I'm thinking, I've got to get on this, and they're screaming at people on the station there, don't get on that train, it's full, it's going now. And I thought, I'm having none of this, I'm getting straight on this. So I just went to a door, barged me way on, loads of people grumbling at me, I couldn't give a damn. I got on, stood me ground, doors closed, and off we go. Train pulled out of Reading at 7 o'clock, spot on. The game is kicking off at 7. I'm thinking, this is a nightmare. Gets to London, listens to the first half on the radio, gets to London at 7:30, dashes out the station, Gets in the first cab I see, says to the guy, right, take us to Fulham's ground. He said, I'll be dead busy there now. Moaning at me. I said, mate, the game's just started, he'll be dead there now. He said, oh really? He said, oh great, okay then, I'll take you. Fair play, took me straight there, dropped me at the away end, perfect. 30 quid though, so that wasn't a great, but I was expecting that black cab in London, what are you gonna do? So anyway, smashed him 30 quid, got out of the cab. First steward I see, I said, look, mate, can you get us in? And he said, I can't do anything for you. All the turnstiles are shut now, you'll struggle to get in. I said, well, can you not radio somebody, just to come and get me, no, I can't do that. I thought, what a fucking late. You know what, just, you're so lazy and you just don't care. So I just left him and I went round, banged on the gates at the way end, and it's like, you can see through the gate, so it shows me ticket through the gate. So I'm late, let us in, I've got a ticket, fair play. The guy on the gate opened the gate, let me scan me ticket. He had a scanner in his hand, which was a bit of luck. Scan me ticket, boom, gone green. He says, yeah, you can come in, nobody's, lets me in, walks up the stairs straight as half time is finishing, the second half is starting. So I did get to the game, I just missed the first half. It wasn't it was not a good day, and I was soaking wet, but I did get there at half time. So that's it for this trip. I got some money back for the train between Exeter and London, but that's about it really. 222 would have been under £200 if I hadn't have got to get that taxi down to Fulham's ground. So that's a bit disappointing really. The accommodation was cheap enough, and I did some long trips, so if you take away the taxi in London, I think it's a pretty good result really.